is massive, very massive. Very massive. That's the thing.
Expire on the 20th. Oh. Can I bring them on this month?
Bring them on. 20th is Friday.
20th.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
So that's like an outside.
Sorry for the what do you call it, the audio. But I mean, people are making blood money. 15 shops had that clamp down on them. And that's just one market in eastern part of Nigeria. Who do you think are the consumers? Who do you think are buying those things and consuming them? If you are an Igbo man, an Igbo businessman, and you actually are willing to actually kill your own people that way, I mean, you deserve a death sentence, if in my own opinion. People who are selling fake products to people, they are silent killers. So what do you think you deserve? Death sentence. That's not business. It is not. And there are so many people who are already having this organ failure in Nigeria. Like every day you come on social media, you will see, where they are asking for donation for people to go and get, their liver, their kidney, this and that, replaced. And people are like, oh, more. And it's because of what you are consuming, expired products, fake drinks, and a place where people love to flex, flex with all these foreign brands of alcohol, especially all those who are drinking alcohols. Baba, you just have your money. Imagine like with your money, you are paying a premium price for substandard products, and you are consuming them. It's like buying poison and drinking poison. But it won't kill you right away. It will take time. And suddenly you just fall sick and they check you and they say, well, your kidney is gone. Oh. Say, kidney gone, okay. Say, well, we need to go and do so, So when people who are dealing in that do not deserve anything other than death sentence. In my own opinion, I hope they eventually get them, and not just it is Nigeria. Sure, you get, they will kind of bribe their way out of it and they will be back in business in no time. And as for their victims, that could be you, it could be me, it could be any member of our families and all of that, in a place where medical care or healthcare facilities are substandard as well. So how much is the life of an average Nigerian, for goodness sake? How much? It's almost worth next to nothing. It's a shame, it is. And then still stopping by in the eastern part of Nigeria. This, coming down from the east, okay, stopped by in Obiakpor. I know the Abuja people are currently battling with the weakest land grabbing, escapade. People are already resorting into self-help, hiring soldiers and beating up the weakest crew in Abuja, but that has not really deterred him. Some of his own subordinates in River State, they are yet to possibly accept the fact that Werewike is no longer in charge of River State. So the people of Obiakpor came under the attack of the Werewike's loyalists, who are trying to, remove people from their homes, evict people from their homes, their estate, because the land was supposed to belong to, or they have taken over the land, something like that. But then with the resistance of, now that he is no longer really in charge of River State, so to say, there are those who are willing and ready to actually resist him. Something like this happened just 2 days ago. Watch this.
Okay, my name is Udoka Eje, a member of Royal Estate. I happen to be the coordinator of Road 1, Royal Estate. Okay, in the past 3 years or so, we began to notice the presence of one Douglas Ibianyetiango, aka Don Waziro. Wizaro. He comes in as a Don and began to, forcefully take over people's lands and properties. He claimed that he owned a land mass that spans over an entire community, which would also include our entire estate. While we tried to resist him, he went to trump up charges of murder, terrorism, forcibly entry, assault, using that to arrest people and immediately sent to prison. So he originally we didn't know where his police formation came from. At some point we noticed a police formation or unit that was described as Dawn Police, the Dawn Police. When we tried to inquire, we found out that they were just a faceless formation who was being led by one then acting OC Legal of the state CID. His name is Sekbe. So when we got the IG notified, he instructed the then CP of River State, the Olatunde Disu, to investigate this murder. Sorry, this trumped up charges. And then the CP directed the state CID to investigate this. The DC state CID handed this case over to one CSP Ade. This CSP Ade did a thorough job. She concluded or investigated and found out that there was no such case of murder or attempted murder, and that the corpse he claimed was his own, or was his boy's own, was murdered or killed somewhere at Uniport, Choba. Where we stay is Sass Road. I don't know what linked Sass Road with Choba. That case was concluded. The then OC Lega was also petitioned by the estate of conniving with criminals. Then the CP got him investigated and found out that it wasn't just our case alone. This man was found to be criminally, this then acting OC Lega Sekbe was found to be criminally, and that was thrown away from River State Command. So we thought that all this had been resolved, had been solved. only just last week, Thursday, this Sekpe led some police officers from where we do not know, came to our estate with a list of over 200 people to be arrested. For what petition or what charge we do not know. We did not know. He eventually arrested 2 widows. Immediately took them to one court, magistrate court 21. I don't know how they managed to arrange with the magistrate and remanded these people in prison. We have gone there. There is no charge against these women. A couple of people before this recent activity, we could count about 10 persons who have been sent to prison illegally through some arranged magistrates. Because eventually we got, even with the influence of the CJ, we got these people released eventually without any charge. We are calling on the Obiakpor Council chairman to intervene in this matter, saying that the rural estate is situated within the Obiakpor Council. We want him to intervene and say that this criminal act is nipped to the bud and stopped so that the place can continue to develop. The Obiakpor Council will continue to generate revenue.
We got information, I think that was yesterday night when I got the call, and I decided to visit the site to see for myself. First, I want to say that as a local government, we will not allow such kind of acts within our territory. So, and I want to swing into action. So I want to also assure the residents who are living here that they should go home and sleep, and that the said man who call himself Don or whatever he called himself, immediately after that, I was swing into action on how to immediately get him arrested. And I want to say that the Nigerian police force should be blamed in what is happening in our state. They are aiding these people who are causing crisis, and people are clapping for the police force. They sit down, go to the police station, cook up a fake information, give to the police, will start arresting people, harassing people who have built us for over 10 years. And the question is, when they are building services, we have this state man. Well, yeah, where was it? So, as a local government council, we won't tolerate that within our vicinity. I've said it. I've also said that those who are doing real estate, before you bring in any machine in any part of Obiakpor, we must take approval from the council. So, this estate will stand. Those who are living here should remain here. No one man can come from anywhere to say here belongs to him. It's not possible. You can see massive building. People are living here. You can see that a lot of houses are here. So, someone cannot just come and claim that he owns this place. So, I want to appeal to them to sorry for the embarrassment, and henceforth it won't happen again. So I also want to appeal to the Commissioner of Police and other sister security agencies to wake up in their duty, not to allow people to use them, in destroying people's property. You can't say this thing without the Nigerian Police Force. I must tell you that. What we'll do is we're going to write to the Commissioner of Police. I will need to provide security for these people. I also use internal. I will also call my security. They immediately provide security, internal security for them from our council, to make sure that nobody enters here to do anything. Anybody who comes here, we're going to arrest a person, no matter who you are. I want to also call on the police, University Police Command. They should not be used by people who want to destroy our state. How can somebody just come begin to force people, arresting widows, charging them to court for without any offense? What is their offense? There's no offense. So I want to also call on those who are also trying to do what these people are doing. That don't be able to safe for them or to won't tolerate that kind of act again.
So that guy is called the Nemesis of Wike. And he's also a future governor of Rivers State, because if, like say, you have to be thorough and very, very rugged that way to have a chance or a shot at being governor of Rivers. Okay. There's a part of this menace that I forgot earlier, talking about those who are selling fake expired drinks in Nigeria, including those ones being procured and then given to children's juice. So this horrible video, right? So those of you who have a set of, kind of like, is it breakfast or lunch pack for your children, or those of you who have children's juice at home, I implore you to kindly maybe try to check the content of what you are giving your children before you, dip that straw in the pack. I don't know how this got to check this and found this, and then she had to open it up and saw something I have never seen before.
Open Capri Sun, and it tasted funny. I just thought because I saw something on Instagram that looked exactly like that. I said, let me open it, see what we found inside Capri Sun. see what we found inside Capri Sun. I have no clue what this is. Look at how this has in. Imagine my children drinking this without opening it. Open Capri.
This is just the danger that I'm talking about. And there's something called the health and safety, the standard. I think they also have what is called the Standard Organization of Nigeria. I don't know if they are responsible for food and drinks as well, but I think NAFDAC is like, you know, it's just like wherever you turn to, anything can just happen to you in that place, and innocently, right? You can consume what will end your life, including children's. Right. Let's talk about the use of police to pick on the people that offend you. We have been on the case of Afe Babanlaole, for example, kidnapping, using the police to kidnap Dele Farutimi. Before that, it was the news of Burnaboy, right, using the police to kidnap Speed Darlington, Akwi. And we all condemned it at the time, right? They said they had a meeting and it was agreed that Akwi should stop defaming Burnaboy. Unfortunately, Burnaboy using the police to kidnap Akwi was a complete Nigerian move, where the police in Nigeria is always ready to do the bidding of the people with money. And it doesn't matter if their action is illegal. It doesn't really matter. They will do your bidding if you have the money, if you can pay them. So Akwi was released, and the young man did not stop. He went on to release music in dissing Burnaboy. Then he left for the US. So he returned back to Nigeria 3 weeks ago, and upon returning to Nigeria, the police picked him up again. And this is a defamation case, right? That Burnaboy ordinarily should have just sued him, but he didn't, because he believes that Akwi has no real money he can collect. Rather, he will use the Nigerian way to punish him, which has now been repeated. You know that the police in Nigeria arrested, or should we say kidnapped him again 3 weeks ago. And they've locked him up since then, ensuring that he is going to be in their cell, in their detention, illegally until next year. Burnaboy is in Nigeria right now flexing. I've seen his video with people. He's a big guy. He's a multimillionaire. You know what I mean? So he can lock anybody up with the help of Nigerian police. So Akwi's lawyer shared details of what really happened when he returned back to Nigeria.
Update about Akwi now. Look at what the build-up of the case. You remember that Speed Darlington was earlier arrested. After he was arrested, I think he was in detention for 5 days. And after he was arrested, he was in detention for about 5 days, and we were able to secure him bail. And after he was secured bail, the DIG invited us to come back on a social date. So Akwi had to travel, go back to the US. Now look at before then. So before he was released, Burnaboy was invited. Burnaboy came with his team. I think Burnaboy came from US. Burnaboy came with his team, and we all had a roundtable meeting at the DIG's office, DIG FID. I think his name is Galadanchi. So after the roundtable, Burnaboy with his lawyer and his team shared his own part of the story. Said, look. Speedy made some post about him and did not like it. This is it. And we were able to say, okay, maybe it's misrepresentation. And they had the roundtable, and we felt everything is fine. And everybody went his way. Speedy was allowed to go, and we went with Speedy. I think I was the one done bail. In fact, I was the one that brought a shorty, because they asked him that he must get a shorty before he was to be granted bail. So we arranged for a shorty, and he was granted bail. So when After then, we were asked to report back 5 days later, maybe the next week, and Speedy had to travel. Before then, when Speedy was released, one of the condition precedents, or one of the things that the DIG said or the police said, that look, we don't want. Burnaboy said, okay, he might not want to press charges or this or that. He just need apology and Speedy to stop making posts about him, that he has lost a lot of, that he has lost a lot of gig, or he has lost since they made that post, blah, blah, blah. And we say, fine, we advise Speedy and stuff like that. Now, I'm not here to talk about the cruise of the matter, because already in court is for court to decide if this is what court, lawyers say is sub judice. I am not here to discuss the cruise of the matter if Akpe or Speedy Darlington, what he said amount to defamation or defamed Burnaboy or stuff like that. What has been my grievances from day one, which I've aired publicly so many times, is that defamation has been decriminalized in most of our jurisdiction. Defamation has been decriminalized. That means it's no longer in the realm of crime. And what the law says that if not a crime, if it is a civil action, police has no jurisdiction to entertain the matter. Means that once it is a civil action, you cannot use police to come and arrest someone. The same thing with tenancy agreement, tenancy, and someone is owing you money. Once it is in the realm of civil disputes, police has no jurisdiction over it. So what we have been saying, I in particular, I would, is not those that have been following me is part of both my articles or things I've published on this matter, is if Burnaboy is claiming that Speedy defamed him per se or say something about him, you have a right to approach the court and institute an action in civil matter and say, look, tell the court that this, and seek for financial damages. But involving police is now more like a pound or a more like playboys in the hands of money individual, that anybody, once you have the money to hire them, no matter what, you can just mobilize them and this thing. So that has been my grievances. Now look, that don't forget the fact that Speedy has been in detention now for the past 3 weeks. Now the question will always be, what have been the lawyer doing? Now the lawyer, the lawyer and my other colleagues, we have been, now from the moment he was rearrested, the point of the police is that they don't want to grant him bail on the ground that he jumped bail the first time and said, okay, when they asked him to report back. And I also made to understand that police also have some grievances, that he made some posts against them saying that they collected bribe, this and that. So most of all those grievances, and it's more like a lot of high individuals are interested in the matter, but that is not a ground for him to be detained for this long. He is not a criminal, he's not an armed robber. It's just a civil dispute that he made some posts about this, which a court can be said, okay, we approached court. In fact, the matter has been filed to court, and they were only able to sign us a date claiming that there is no more free or empty schedule in the court. Now, the date they assigned to us for his arraignment was, I think, 15th of January next year. By the implication means that if for us to wait for court, for us to seek for court bail, we have to wait till 15th of January. That means he will be spending the Christmas and festive season there. Now, also note that the police also have the power to grant him administrative bail. The reason why they have not granted him administrative bail till now, for the past 3 weeks, is something none of us can explain. We've actually pushed all the buttons. We've actually in talks with the DIG, who is now more like the IPO of the case. We've actually in talk with everybody. We've actually filed for fundamental enforcement for him to be. We've actually filed all the processes that the lawyer could know how to file. We've actually made all the wide range of consultations. But I think the problem we are having now is, number one, is that, just like a post I made some time ago, that most of our court is choked now. I think the NJC, the Nigeria Judicial Commission, needs to create more judicial offices, appoint more judicial officers, it will interest you to know that if you want to do a matter now in Supreme Court, they will tell you that there is no longer free date. You have to take a date as from 2027. Just imagine someone is arrested and detained, so you have to wait till 2027. Mind you that just the same thing that we're having with Akwe. The only empty date or free schedule, the closest date that the prosecutors can get for his arraignment was as far as 15th of January. That means they intend to keep him. He was brought before court last week. That was last week Thursday. We were all in court. Akwe was brought before court. We tried to see if the court will listen to us, or due to the fact that he has been in detention for a long time now. But the judge insisted, said, look, that we have to wait, that he will not attend to a matter that is not on the court list. That despite the pleading, I think the prosecutor, who is also a senior advocate, this deputy commissioner of police, we all pleaded and said, look,